Reploids. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ramblin Reploids. My name is Coleman X, and today I'm joined by the one and only Protodude.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, my pleasure. It has been a very pleasurable week.
You're not kidding. There is, I think, no one else that I would rather talk to right now about this than you, so thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, I am happy to be here. Where do we even begin?
I don't know. So, Dual Override is happening. It is not called 12, but that's okay. Just before we get too deep into this, you as a figurehead in the community, what do you think of not calling the game 12 and the possible implications of that for this game and any games going forward?
From a business perspective, it is a very good idea. And it goes really hand in hand with what Capcom has been trying to do for a while now. And certainly what they're definitely going to be doing for the foreseeable future. But basically, by dropping the 12, it eliminates this perceived barrier to entry for people who may not have necessarily played any Mega Man games before. So these are people who might have the idea that, oh, I can't play this new game because I didn't play Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so just kind of taking that away, that I don't want to use the word burden, but for a very general audience, that can be daunting to see a 12. But taking that away and just having this subtitle, it right off the bat creates kind of this more like inviting presence, like anybody can jump in. I don't need to play Mega Man 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I can start here. So that is really good for Capcom, most certainly, but it's really good for Mega Man too, because what we want is this franchise to grow, to be treated by Capcom, with all the respect and love it deserves. But, to do that from a business perspective, you need a lot of people to buy your game. So this is one step in doing that, to maximize its potential, getting as many people as possible playing this game. So really just kind of taking that 12 away pretty much opens things up, just from that alone. So I think it's a very good idea. It makes a lot of sense business-wise. As a fan, I've gone so long with the idea of, mainline sequels are numbered, and they all look really good when you line them up together. You see the numbers. And for a long time, I'm a really old fan. I go back in the 90s. But anytime there was no number attached to a Mega Man game, we had this idea of, oh, it's a side game or a spin-off.
Yeah.
So
my favorite number is soccer.
My favorite number, mine is and bass or bass. So yeah, I just
8.5.
Oh god. but yeah, I just kind of have to divorce myself from that old idea that now mainline sequels will probably not have numbers attached to them, and that's totally okay. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I think the marketing so far has been really good about that. Like, they're emphasizing 12. The reveal trailer had a giant 12 emblazoned on it. Every social media post, like the 12th main entry, all this stuff. So it's like one of those things that people that are in the know will get. And then also, I think fans that maybe start with this game and then they're like, I want to see what comes before.
Right.
I think it'll be easy for them to just kind of catch on. It's like oh, because we're in the internet age. We're never not going to be in the internet age. So people are going to see this like, oh, when did this one come out? The 12th one, I get it now. And maybe there's some number 12 iconography in the game somehow, just subtly there.
Right. Kind of like what they did with the trailer. This is the 12th door. That kind of... Yeah.
12th door, the name has 12 letters in it. There's there's all sorts of little hints and stuff.
Right.
And I'm also sad to see the numbers go, but just I think the good outweighs the bad, because if you can get like a kid in like 5th grade or something. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I was like really really huge into Mega Man. Kids in 5th grade or something out shopping with their parents, like, Mega Man Dual Override, that seems awesome. Instead of Mega Man 12, oh no, I missed some. Like I would be having an existential crisis.
And what's really interesting there is, this is a problem that Square Enix is kind of dealing with right now. They recently talked about publicly how, they're debating calling future Final Fantasies, mainland Final Fantasies, with a number, because they think that's that barrier. It's very daunting. But yeah, it's, we live in the internet age. We can like research, and we know, like, this is the latest one, therefore it's 15 or whatever. But I don't know. There are people that don't have that technical know-how to even, find that stuff out, or especially like in this era of like all this fake information out there, like this makes it tricky. But,
I agree that shouldn't be like a requirement. Like you should just be able to pick up a game and check it out. Like if you buy it digitally, and if it's like on the description, or even on the physical box, the 12th mainline entry. Like if you say that, like on the blurb, I think that could work. Or even if there's like games have like reversible cover sometimes. Like if the reversible cover just has a different logo that just says Mega Man 12, but when you see it on the shelf,
that'd be really cool.
Like, oh, this is Dual Override.
Yes.
And then you get really into it, and you're like, oh, there's more. This is the end of a story. Yeah, I could see something like that maybe working, because it takes off that first barrier to entry. But if you want to dig a little bit deeper, then
it's right there.
Just right there.
Yeah. Like physical copies, they could even have inserts for the legacy collections, and like experience the adventure from the beginning, or have like a little timeline attached. 1987, 1980.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Right.
Or you could have it where you beat the game, and during the credits, it does kind of like how Mega Man 9 did, when Mega Man's like, I've stopped you, this many times, and it shows like each one. And it's like, oh, there've been a ton of adventures. If it does something that like alludes to older games, and maybe without
that'd be really cool.
outright saying it. There's so many things.
Yeah, or like even like maybe the opening cutscene intro video. It's like maybe Mega Man's like reminiscing, and it's in chronological order.
Just like Mega Man 8. Yeah. Like one of the best opening cutscenes, and he fights one Robot Master from each game.
Oh yeah. Very much
because like to a newcomer it just seems cool, and then to an older fan, like you see these coming in order, and I think that makes it kind of fun, because you're like, oh, which one are they gonna pick for 6? Like when you're on 4, you're like, oh, what's coming for 5 and 6? Oh, what's coming for 7?
It's Tomahawk Man.
Yeah,
my favorite.
Man, so cool. But I think ultimately, as much as I like to see the number go up, and now if I make a clock out of the box arts, the moon will look a little bit strange.
Yeah,
but
it's due a clock.
I think. Oh, it's time to override.
Override. Not without me, buddy. You gotta have a partner.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about that. The title, Dual Override. So 2 somethings overriding something.
Yes.
I mean, this isn't just a throwaway cool title like Metal Heroes. That doesn't tell me anything about Mega Man 8.
No.
What was Mega Man 5? Like Blues' Trap or something. That tells you a little bit, but there's not much to speculate on. It's like, okay, Proto Man's up to something. But this Dual Override, it has me I'm racking my brain what it could mean. I've seen so many theories already,
Mhm.
which, first of all, is wonderful. I love seeing people talk about this. Yeah, Mega Man. People are talking about it,
Right.
But what do you think? Central gimmick related or like story related? Because these are words that can have multiple meanings.
Yes.
So what do you think the approach is? Because it's
Mhm.
front and center right
Yeah.
now.
I'm very much in the camp that this is both story and gameplay related.
Okay.
Um, it's so significant enough that the game's logo looks very unusual. And if you look at it really closely, you can kind of see like the word Mega Man, or even the red streak, is layered on top of another version of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's dual thematically something going on there. Like, the logo is overriding something, or it's being overwritten, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah. Um, and then we have, like, the little clues in the trailer itself, where, for the most part, that most of the trailer, Mega Man is performing as usual, running and jumping and shooting, and then it ends with the very unusual bit where his, like, his armor opens up.
Yeah.
And that was significant enough that they showed that for the title drop. So I think they're both related.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just.
I didn't think of the significance of
Mhm.
showing what is presumed to be the gimmick right when the title drops. Like they're both together, so that they do seem to go hand in hand.
Yeah. Like, okay, like offhand, I can't remember 11's subtitle. But
Gears of
this is.
Fate.
That's it, yeah. So, okay. So that's somewhat implied, like the gameplay mechanic. But
Mm-hmm.
I get a sense that this is a much stronger implication of what it is. Like, override is such a. It's not an unusual word, but it's like one I wouldn't use in a title for a game unless it meant something very, very specific.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already talked about the idea that we probably gonna have multiple playable characters.
Yeah.
Proto Man, like, is Proto Man going to override Mega Man? It's literally, like what does that mean? Yeah. So I think it's pretty. There's some pretty heavy implications that this is
Mm-hmm.
both a gameplay and story based thing.
The way I've been taking it, just the way the words are, it really reminds me of the Battle Network like Soul system. It
Yeah,
it takes Mega Man's design and it overrides it with like Metal Man, Metal Soul, and then he becomes
There we
like
go.
Metal Man Mega Man. Like the unused adapters from Mega Man 11, I believe it was in like the art book and stuff.
Oh yes.
And like you see, Mega Man with Rush and with Beat and with Eddie. There's one with Tango and Bass and just everything. There are all these cool ideas of Mega Man combining with something, and that's happened in the past with the adapters from 6 and 7, and Bass carries that over to basically every game that he's in. So, like, I don't know. I think it would be cool to have an adapter because, like, Super Mega Man was like the coolest thing ever,
He was,
because
and then he was gone.
it changes. Yeah, it changed up Mega Man's like kit. Like you could play all of Mega Man 7 in a completely different way if you wanted. You have what is basically a double jump and a long range homing attack. That changes up a lot of things. So if this game is kind of I guess echoing that, you could have you could just play as Blue Mega Man and just you're jumping and shooting and maybe double gear. Like I don't know if that's coming back or not. Hard to say. But then there could be a beat adapter, and then you get some semblance of flight.
There you go. Yep. Yep. Or Eddie, like you get a random item every, I don't know, 10 steps you walk.
A random item, and maybe it like slows you down and beefs up your defense or something. Like it's the guy armor of Classic.
Yeah, there we go.
Like these are like concepts that have been touched on before. But now that, like duel, because at first I read it as like duel, like to fight, but then I look at it again, I'm like, oh, duel, like two.
Yeah.
So there has to be something neat to it, and what's cooler than a character dressing like someone else and then kind of, because like that's Mega Man's thing, he copies other characters, but take it to the next level, he's like, Eddie, come here, I'm gonna copy you, just don't worry, it's fine, it'll be fine. But it just seems like too cool of an idea to leave behind.
Yeah.
Like they got all this cool art, and except for Dead Rush over there, I'm so sorry.
They post a picture of that on the video right now.
Oh,
please.
Look at him. It's so sad. What happened to my boy?
I will say, I think both Capcom USA and Capcom Japan have used the word like evolution of Mega Man when describing this game in a way. So I think, that looking at Mega Man's abilities, this would kind of be an evolution of that if he were to fully take on the appearance or the form of his allies or another Robot Master.
Yeah.
Like clearly the boy is changing. Like he's got his armor has been updated again.
Oh, that armor, dude. The EXE shoulders, like come on.
Yeah, the Mega Mix collar.
Yeah, like it seems like just such a perfect design for an anniversary game, because it kind of pulls a little bit of design elements from like everywhere. Like the way the chest is segmented, it's kind of like if you imagine X's armor, it segments right there. He's got the EXE shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's makes you think.
Yeah, it just it's like, here's our main Mega Man calling forward to other Mega Man designs, and it's like what a beautiful way to bring in an anniversary.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because in the secret level episode, even that Mega Man had design elements from other Mega Men.
I remember seeing that at the time. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. I'm picking up what you're throwing. But now that we're seeing that echoed back into a game.
Yeah.
But so secret level, like you have posted about in the past, I guess pretty recently. Gamma was supposed to be in that.
Yes.
And we're seeing hints of Gamma in Dual Override, and we're also seeing giant robots, like how Bomb Man was just a big honking dude. And in this what I presume to be intro stage that we're shown, there's giant robots, all over the place.
Yeah.
So do you think it was like maybe that was some sort of synergy that we didn't know about?
Yes, indeed. And I think this is the point where I should mention that I have known about Dual Override for close to 4 years.
God,
at this point.
4 years.
4 years. And, Capcom worked very close with the creative team behind Secret Level. And, you absolutely hit the nail on the head. There was and has been brand synergy trying to, not necessarily tell the same story, but use the same kind of iconography and ideas across two different mediums. Okay. So when Secret Level was in production, this was also in production as well. So it is not a coincidence that, we're seeing Gamma and Dual Override, and Gamma was going to be a rather big piece in the Secret Level episode. I do not know why he was cut exactly. I have two best guesses.
Okay.
First is, this project, Dual Override, has been on and off again, and it was delayed enough to the point where, that the synergy was off. Therefore, Capcom kind of made the call and said, hey, don't use Gamma right now. Go ahead and use some Robot Masters. Here, Bomb Yeah. My other idea is that, someone in marketing was thinking about the general audience, and, they're coming in to watch this with a decent idea who Mega Man is, maybe some of the Robot Masters, and they might have been confused, or they would not recognize who Gamma is. So
Yeah, and Gamma doesn't have man, like
exactly.
you think of a Mega Man boss, like everyone knows
Right.
it's something man. So
Right.
yeah, I could see that being a little bit confusing too.
Yeah. So maybe the idea, there was like, oh, it's a Robot Master. It's Bomb Man. Oh, I can fight Bomb Man in the game. I'm gonna pick up the first Mega Man. There he is. Yeah. Gamma is more of an obscure character well, in general, he's a pretty obscure character.
Yeah, only appeared once in a game from 1990. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
these days pretty obscure to a general audience. I'm with you.
But yeah, there was, when Secret Level was being produced, when this was starting up, they were really kind of playing around with the idea of, giant robots again. And, how cool those could be in the Mega Man universe. Let's explore those a little bit more. And we see that quite a bit in this trailer. This looks like, this stage that they showed, to me, does not seem like a Robot Master stage, but rather like an opening stage.
Yep,
Some kind
right
of
with
a giant robot expo,
Yeah,
and
it's like the robot museum from 7 and Rockman and Forte, like just a hugely expanded version of that, and it's like a celebration.
right, yeah, that's exactly what it feels like to me. Yeah, and just seeing like the Gamma blueprints, kind of, and I'm saying this like this I don't know.
Okay.
But this is my fan guess is, Wily is taking over this event to rebuild Gamma in some way, because, we see Wily inside the Gamma head in the schematics. So maybe we're going to fight a rebuild Gamma towards the end, which, would have looked...
Man, like, if there's any sort of, like, multiplayer in this game, it kind of feels like the giant bosses would work as, like a seasonal raid boss,
God, that'd be so cool.
That's kind of what's got me thinking of. Or if like you team up with like 3 friends, in just this one fight, and you have you have 1 life each to take down this giant boss.
That'd be so fun. Just like not even play it, but to watch other people play that and do that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's like infinite online energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's engaging enough and fun enough to look at, I think people would really want to watch.
Yeah. Dang. Sells itself,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a ton riding on this game to do well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Mega Man 11, Overtime did extremely well,
Yes.
for the Mega Man series.
Mm-hmm.
So I am hoping this can keep that momentum. Like I've seen a ton of just people talking about it, or like their reactions to this happening and becoming real,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like this is going to have some legs if the marketing keeps up well. We're going to be talking about it for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope everyone that's excited now stays excited over the coming year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the Robot Master Design Contest will help with that, at least up until submission closes and we start looking at the choices. But yeah, after that, the momentum we'll have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah, I feel like after Star Force Legacy Collection comes out, then it'll be just full force, like every week or two getting like a new piece of art or maybe a new little clip on like social media or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically that's how it's done. But this has been a very weird, I would say, like last 6 months. Yeah. So I will go ahead and just kind of talk a little, if you don't mind, like a little behind the scenes things that have happened.
Yeah, the floor's yours.
Yeah, okay. So I will come out and say, I think I've already said this on Twitter, but Dual Override was supposed to have been shown off much earlier this year. I I have a guess why took a while, but Star Force Legacy Collection was supposed to be revealed after Dual Override, and because of a change in plans, the Star Force Legacy Collection marketing plans were pushed forward. So, part of the reason why you did not see the game at the American Nintendo Direct is because the English version of the game was literally in not a presentable form. It was not ready yet. And that's why we are seeing a very strange drip feed of Star Force Legacy Collection stuff. Like, on Capcom's Twitter profiles, they're just doing, like, character bios, you know? They're not really covering the game. Or when they do, they're only discussing things that have already been announced or shown off.
Yes.
And that's very much because this game is still in pretty early development. This was not supposed to be announced until end of this year, early next. But the idea was, like, you know, Star Force Legacy Collection took the place of Dual Override. And the Dual Override announcement would have coincided with all kinds of little things, you know, like the Udon comics, this Sonic Racing crossover news, you know. That makes much more sense tying that into Dual Override than Star Force Legacy Collection. That was the plan. But, you know, things happen that Capcom can't necessarily control. Or things happen that they can control. And there are choices that are made very deliberately to withhold news and announcements to... for many reasons, but a lot of these choices are made for good reason, you know. You know, from what I have been able to gather, Dual Override was shown at the VGAs specifically to capitalize on what they're now trying to do with Mega Man, which is build it into a core IP, make it big like, you know, Resident Evil or Street Fighter or Monster Hunter. And what better way to kick that off than to show this game at the VGAs, which, you know, has millions of people watching, more so than the Nintendo Direct. You know, I think the numbers for last year's VGAs were like 125 million viewers across YouTube and Twitch. So,
Jeez.
yeah. So if Capcom had that opportunity to play it here than a Nintendo Direct, they chose here. This would have the most eyes and get the most people talking. So, you know, plans flip-flopped around, what have you. Yeah, and there we go. And here we are today.
Man,
Yeah.
what a long, strange trip it's been. That's what the subtitle should have been.
The friends we made along the way. God, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so, man, 4 years.
4 years.
You've held on to that for 4 years.
Yes, I have.
That's incredible.
with white knuckles.
That's man, I would be beside myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into details of how I knew.
Yeah, understandable.
Who roped me into it, whatever. But during those 4 years, as I'm, you know, doing my regular blog activities, reporting about, you know, new figures, new kits, you know, licensed Mega Man underwear, in the back of my head, you know, I had this secret, like, you know, this is the real deal. This is the legit thing that people are waiting for. Yeah. So it's just kind of holding out for when you can finally talk about it.
I mean, the day is here. You know, we're talking about it. This is public. It's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
it's almost surreal, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, it feels like just the other day there was no new Mega Man, and today there is new Mega Man. Man, okay,
Yeah.
So I am hoping that, you know, this brand synergy stuff still keeps, you know, pushing along. Like, there is potential for so many, you know, I know people are probably tired of, Mega Man's only a toy thing now, but, you know, now there's a game to attach it onto. So just toys and stuff. Just hitting this. Toys, I don't know, there's Mega Man comics happening, so a comic book story, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it wouldn't be too weird to have two things, you know, like the X comics and then,
oh, not at all.
you know, like the classic thing. I think that would be super cool.
Yep.
just I don't know. I'm really hyped about more model kits, and I hope this was what the bottleneck was, because we haven't had a Kotobukiya show for Mega Man in like 2 years.
Yes. I can definitely say with 100% certainty that this was a bottleneck for a lot of things that have been waiting to be announced. Part of the reason why this game is going to take basically 2 years to come out. Yes, it's still in development, but also there is the brand synergy. There are products tied to it that are also in development right now that need their own time to wrap up and release.
Yeah.
Capcom wants everybody on the same page to have the game, the figures, the comic. So I can't really speak for the Kotobukiya silhouette, but stuff like that. That these companies that have been waiting for years for Capcom to basically give them the go ahead to start showing their stuff.
Yeah,
they're getting ready.
There's just I'm getting less and less doubt in my mind that the mystery Koto kit could be anything but dual override related.
Yeah,
because they showed it off. Yeah, they showed it off. When this game was in development. Because you knew about it. So it has to be, and I don't know if we can talk about this. I'll cut it out if we need to. But that Mega Man picture like a year ago that one guy tweeted out. He's like, I know about Mega Man, and then
the president of Eureka, a Capcom development partner. Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
We can talk about that.
Okay. So that happened, and if you notice the eyes on that picture, very similar to the mystery Koto kit eyes, like they're the same sort of like kind of washed out blue. Coincidence? Maybe, but like I'm pretty certain that picture was from Dual Override, because like Mega Man's helmet has all those extra details and stuff that we're just seeing now.
But what we see at the end of the trailer with like Mega Man's helmet kind of like opening up and what have you, those same kind of panel parts are there on that art.
Yes.
I'll just say that this game has gone through a long period of development with many different hands on it, and maybe the Eureka people did at one point, and I'm not confirming nor denying anything, but a lot of people have come and gone who have touched this project. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I remember so many people like when that picture first came out, and they're like, "Oh, another dead project,"
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, Vindication right now.
Right. Or I've seen that art before. It's from blah blah blah.
Oh God, yeah. Same with the Mega Man 11 thing.
Oh my God.
The art in the Legacy Collection.
Yeah. It's clearly an unused weapon from the game.
God. But that happened, and then there was I don't know if we're allowed to go into it, but there was a certain toy company that leaked that they were working on Mega Man.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Backing up to that brand synergy thing. Yes, that absolutely is related to this. Has been.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not naming the company. There was a Rockman Corner post about it for like maybe 5 minutes, but before I was told by said company to nix it.
They were very polite about it.
They were really polite about it. Whenever this stuff happens where you need to take things down, they're usually pretty polite. Yeah.
So that's most likely, instead of like a full-on Mega Man series line, it might just be Dual Override themed first. Are we thinking?
90% chance. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome because if like there's that,
Mhm.
and there's like Kotobukiya, you know, like just I like I like having options for the same thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
I think that's gonna be really cool, and it helps with availability and price range, so you can get it in the hands of a lot of people. Like personally, I would want to see something like how Jazzwares was back in the day, you know, because not the best toys by a long shot, but I saw Mega Man toys on a KB Toys shelf, and I could just buy them. You
oh
know?
yeah, yeah. You didn't have
And
to
that
import
was-
it from Japan.
yeah.
You know.
That was so cool. Like I think there's something big about
Huge.
that. Like, you know, you can go to like Walmart and stuff these days, and there's like World of Nintendo figures, and you know, like the Dragon Ball Evolve figures. You know, like there are these cheaper figures, but of these like characters and stuff. They're on the shelves. Like kids and parents will see them, and I think that kind of stuff is just as important as the high end, you know, like model kits and statues
absolutely.
and figures and stuff. I think that's very important, and I hope there's some smaller smaller lines that are still, you know, like they still put, you know, time and effort into making them look good, but you know, they don't have all the bells and whistles, but it's just like, you know, it's getting out there. It's like
Right.
Mega Man is here, and you can buy him.
Right.
You know?
And kids deserve like nice looking quality figures too. You know.
You know what? That
Mhm.
brings up Jada Toys. You know,
Yeah.
because they said after Wave 5, things might be changing, Mega Man might be taking a break, or
Right.
maybe they couldn't say that they're going to move straight on to dual override stuff. Like, do you think there's a chance of that happening, or do you think they might legitimately be taking a break?
I think there's a big chance of that happening. I don't think they knew about dual override. If they did, they must have, you know, just learned about it like we did. But the break they're gonna have is like right now. I think, you know, if they were smart, and I know they're smart guys, dual override's gonna pop off. We all hope it will, but I'm pretty
Yes.
sure it will. But if you put out, you know, dual override figures within the time frame that the game comes out, like that first fiscal year, great, you know. It presents a really good opportunity for Jada, and you know, they have expressed like how difficult it is to, you know, make Mega Man figures that aren't necessarily being produced by some other company right now. Like,
Yes.
you know, they would probably really love to make Mega Man X figures, but I think there's 3 lines that are going on right now or getting ready to start. Like, you know, MDLX 3.0. So yeah, it's a very juicy opportunity for them to jump on this, you know.
Yeah, I hope so, because you know, like that's kind of what you know, what I'm going for, because like they're on the higher end of affordable figures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like but there's stuff, you know, I've seen like their Street Fighter toys just at stores, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I think something like that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping, you know, and because I love these characters, I love the designs. I have no doubt that there are going to be some awesome designs in this game, because you can't have a Mega Man game without awesome designs. So I have a feeling there's a lot for a bunch of companies to kind of dip their hands into, you know, without stepping over each other as much.
No, I mean, Mega Man is a very like toyetic franchise. You could make a toy out of literally any character, even like an enemy, and it's unique. It's cool, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell it is from Mega Man, and I think that's so cool. Like Mega Man, you know, all bias aside, is one of the most appealing set of character designs, like in any franchise that like I've ever seen. And I don't know how they continue to do it, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, look at them.
These know.
Are
Yeah.
really cool dudes.
Right. Like you haven't even you need to play a Mega Man game to see something from Mega Man, and you'd be like, you know, oh, that looks like a Mega Man robot, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there are, from what I've heard, there are people that are fans of Sonic, but they've never played the game, so like they're just in like to the comics or like the online community or something, so like there's precedent for this sort of stuff happening even without the games. But when we get games, we get more designs, and then the more designs can be used in more things, and it's just kind of this cycle that repeats in on itself, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. If you guys need an example, look no further than what Pokemon does, per generation. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with here with Dual Override.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that Capcom was like, yeah, we're gonna work to make Mega Man a pillar series. And like 3 days later,
it's like a whole 48 hours later.
Yeah, I saw so many people being like, yeah, I'll believe it
I'll believe it when I see it.
And then there we are.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I mean that's wonderful. I'm glad that that statement came out when it did, because like what a good first impression.
Oh my god, I know. And of the 3 franchises that they were talking about, they decided to show Mega Man first.
Yeah, just happened to be our boy.
Yeah. And this is something people have asked me for a while, or have told me. They just wanted Capcom to say, we're working on it here, and like just show a logo, show a date, and you got it, This is it.
Yeah. I've been kind of in that camp too. Just even a breadcrumb. It's like now in production,
Yeah.
But if then we would potentially be in a Metroid Prime 4 situation where we get a logo and then nothing for like 4 years before trailers start coming. So like I see both sides of it, but maybe we're spoiled in this world of like indie game devs. Like they sometimes will show every step of the way, like I'm working on this for the game, but there's less writing on something. So like I get both ways, but
I get it. Yeah, like I've looked into like Steam early access games, and I love seeing the little updates here and there. And indie has really taken off.
Yes.
It's like bigger than it's ever been. So a lot of people do play indie games and probably, like you said, follow along the development. But it's a little different when you're dealing with like a company like Capcom,
Yeah. And I think as Mega Man fans, we've been hit by like 2 droughts, and it honestly it's disheartening. It hurts, like so I can see why people would want to see just a yes, something is happening, because I saw tons of reactions to Dual Override, and the people just said it's not dead, like in shock.
Right.
And I'm like, that's kind of sad,
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that since we're, hopefully past the COVID delays for things, that we can actually get into a steady stream of announcements and new things. Like, we've been waiting over 20 years for a proper X game to come out.
Yeah.
So, I know like every subseries has its fans, but we need like an X game. Legends 3 is probably the most painful one because that one's very public. And that that's another part of announcing something too early.
Right. And that was a hard lesson that they learned, showing something too early. And it's kind of like, like the whole Tyson thing. That's something we were not supposed to know about.
Yeah, that was a leak. That's just not fair. But that I did see that getting people's hopes going again.
Yeah,
but like when stuff from those leaks started actually, being announced and releasing.
Yep.
But this game is not Tyson.
This game is not Tyson. No, Tyson is/was. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Is/was its own thing. And they pretty much hit the ground running with that right after 11 released. It not being 12, it/was going to be something very different.
Uh-huh.
But familiar in a way.
Okay.
There are a lot of people who think it would have been a fighting game or some kind of big crossover.
Okay, yeah,
I just
based on the name, yeah.
Yeah. Just want to put it out there that has all been speculation. None of that was ever confirmed. But
I don't think Capcom ever confirmed the existence of.
Oh no, they did not.
Tyson. Yeah, they just swept it under the rug and hope we would forget.
I mean, about it. Yeah.
with a leak, like you kind of can't.
Oh yes, I mean they tried. I got a few lovely emails telling me to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a different world right now from where that was. But I think I have said this once before on Twitter, and it is still out there, and Capcom has not asked me to take it down. But Tyson, it had another name, another code name before they settled on Tyson. It was called 3D Battle.
Oh, okay.
So, make of that what you will. Yeah, Mega Man 3D Battle. But yeah, point is this. Yeah, Dual Override is not Tyson. It's very much 12.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from what I've seen, extremely happy. Like this looks like it's gonna be like we've seen a small part of one level.
Yeah.
And it's
Very
already
smart.
just super like it just like there's so much to discuss. It's like, is this an intro stage? Is this a Robot Master? Mega Man opens up at the end. What's up with that?
Right.
When I first saw that, like I saw the yellow lights under, and I was like, oh, he's turning into Bad Box Art Mega Man.
He's in a bad box.
That's what I thought. He turned yellow, but it took 40 years, but we finally got yellow on a mainline Mega Man classic design. It finally happened.
I love the people that are interpreting it like it's a second face. Like is there another person, another robot inside of him?
Oh, okay.
Because it kind of looks like a face.
Yeah, on the back.
That's my dog.
Mega Man is the right armor.
Is the
Crazy.
Oh boy.
But so you have publicly said that there's I forgot exactly how you worded it, but like there's more coming sooner than you think or something.
Yes. And
would you be able to elaborate on that a little bit on the show, or should we just kind of wait and see?
Oh, we can elaborate on that.
All right.
So that was specifically in regards to this game, not anything else. But Capcom is going to be showing a little bit more of it soon. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we do have the anniversary coming up next week. So you may see some new art. You may see some concept art. You may see an extended trailer. So as you may have picked up, there's another cut of the trailer that was shown live at the Video Game Awards with the Dr. Light voiceover. But they are sitting on some things that you'll be seeing or hearing fairly soon.
That's exciting. That gives you just another reason to wake up with a smile on your face every day.
Right. I will to just kind of temper everyone's expectations. I don't expect something huge. Like you're not going to see they're not going to discuss the gimmick this early. They're not going to show a Robot Master this early. It'll be more of what you have already seen. Yeah. So stay tuned.
I hope we see Proto Man sooner than later. They're already teasing him, so we know he's there in some capacity. Like even if they don't say what his role is, like if he's a playable character or a boss fight or central to the story or something. Like I don't really care about that yet. Like I like speculating on it. I just want to see what he looks like, because then I can start imagining. It's like, oh, he's gonna look like this as a figure, or like this in some art pieces posed all cool with shield.
Right, we got to see that updated design,
Yes. I mean, especially after we missed out on him having an 11 design. Now we're skipping straight to a 12 design, which I like. I'm liking more than 11. I liked 11 a lot. Like that was like probably my favorite Mega Man until now.
And this, like, my favorite Mega Man design is from Megamix. And, look at this. They're channeling some Megamix in that collar.
God,
So
it's so perfect.
It's perfect. I mean, we've seen one piece of, like,
Drawn
key
art. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not even the full body, and you can already just, you can tell, like, this is great.
Yeah.
Great design.
Oh man, yeah. Just imagining like if Proto Man's gonna have the same new seams and doodads on his armor, or if he's gonna be in a completely different way, or if he's just gonna be like, you know what, I didn't want to be upgraded. Suck it, Mega Man. Right. Like, who knows? And then, once Proto Man's out there, then the possibility of base starts happening, and that's what I'm really excited for.
Yes,
because I like he has a lot more design to him, so I want to see what a now 12 design of base would look like. I'm so excited. Like, I just want him to be in the game in some capacity. Please, Capcom.
I know, and I think they know.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, 11 was made with the intent of kind of keeping the cast really small.
Mm-hmm.
So why not go all out here and just bring back the whole gang?
Yeah, like it's an anniversary game, so like key characters not being there is what I would call a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
So was this, as far as you know, was this originally supposed to be an anniversary title, or did it just kind of ended up lining up that it's like, oh, it looks like it will come out the anniversary year, and we might as well play into it?
It's just the way things panned out. It was not meant to be like a commemorative title. It was supposed to be, hey, here's Mega Man 12.
Yeah. Hey, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
It rhymes. But yeah,
it's like poetry. It rhymes.
It rhymes. The awkward stare.
Shrugs. Shrugs. Stares at the camera. It's so good. I guess I like that it's an anniversary game. If you're gonna wait for something, might as well wait for a big event. So why not?
Yeah, why not? And that alone also draws in more people. The 40th anniversary. This is pretty special. This must be a really famous franchise for good reason. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, still around after 40 years. Why not?
Yeah. Just my personal hope is that these games do not show up every 5 years for an anniversary.
Oh yeah, like Mega Man only coming out on anniversaries.
Right.
Yeah. I hope this is like a watershed moment to more regular releases, not like early 2000s, 10 releases every week, but like one every other year, like an announcement on off years. I think that would be perfect. Like, since there's so many sub-series and stuff.
Right.
And there's so much potential, and we're all getting older.
Yes, we are all getting older and are getting all arthritic in our hands. Can't be playing these games for long.
One day I will be dead, and then I'll be sad because I'll be like, well, I can't play Mega Man no more.
Yeah. So, hey, X9 just announced.
Hooray! My child, bring it to me. I'm dying.
Bring it to me. Yeah.
But so I hope the strategy to get this as a tentpole title, like even if it's not like making Monster Hunter numbers, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Oh no.
But like if it's just as respected in the company as it once was, and as like a modern day like what AA series,
basically, yeah.
Then I think that could go really far, because Mega Man has a huge fan base, and they're relatively, inexpensive to create.
Yes.
Because we don't need, like super fidelity, everything looks like real, we don't need that, and I don't want that.
No.
This is a comic book or a cartoon come to life.
Right.
And that's, I think, especially these days, there's something really special about having a style.
Yes.
Like Mega Man, as we were discussing earlier, has a style.
Yep.
And it looks really cool. And it, like, you can fall back on style when you can't meet up with like realism expectations. You know,
Yeah.
not every
Yeah.
game needs to be that.
No.
Like, I think we're slowly, you know, like developers are slowly learning that that is the case. Like, not everything needs to.
Right.
You know, I live in real life. I'm bored
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
I want to play. I want to play a cartoon.
And I know, like, people were a little worried in the beginning when they heard, Capcom was going to be making all their games on the Re-engine. And the presumption would be all of their games would therefore look realistic.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But, lo and behold, Dual Override is on the Re-engine. So is Monster Hunter Stories 3, and these are very anime aesthetic-y kind of games. But it just kind of goes to show that the engine they're working with is very flexible in terms of art direction. So
Yes.
you have no need to worry.
Yeah.
Mega Man will always look like an anime manga kind of thing.
Yeah. And they with this have. I mean, I'm assuming I haven't played it obviously, but like they're gonna have a solid foundation, and since they're
Yes.
likely gonna be using this engine for a while,
Yes.
then getting new things out will be
Right.
easier. Like
Much easier.
I don't want them to rush. And
Mm-hmm.
have like a X6 on our hands where
No.
it's a really good game that didn't have enough time to bake,
Right.
and
Let me
know.
let me share this with you guys. I haven't talked about this on Twitter.
Ooh,
So we have an exclusive here.
what a scoop!
What a scoop! One of the reasons that this game has taken a little bit of a while, even before the pandemic, is they were transitioning all Capcom staff to be trained on the Re-engine, because this is the engine they're going to be using basically 10-15 years. Mega Man 11 was the last MT framework Capcom game. So that dev team who worked on 11, their experience up to that point was mostly MT. So a lot of time was spent training staff, doing research and development, and further honing the Re-engine to support titles like Dual Override. That can be 2D, have kind of like this fun, gritty, fun manga anime style kind of thing. But even before the big COVID delay, there were little delays because they had to kind of get the staff up to speed with Re-engine. So,
Okay.
there's that.
Wow. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like you need a stable foundation to make anything. So having the extra time taken to just get the teams familiar, that's really smart.
Right. And this is what they're using going forward. So it won't necessarily make game development easier, but having this as the engine takes a big weight off of research and development.
Right. Yeah, they don't have to learn a new engine every time. It's just here it is.
Yeah.
And then like let's say the next game would be Mega Man 13. Then they already have Mega Man's like walking physics and like how they want the shots and stuff to be done. So like there's already like stuff in the bucket. We're back to the NES days. How it's like, all right, we got the engine, let's build on it.
Right. I'm sure some people will complain like, oh, it looks exactly the same as the last one.
Oh
But-
boy, does it not.
But hey, isn't that tradition?
Yeah. Well, we gotta wrap up soon, but I did have one more thing to ask you real quick.
Yeah.
The thing that we saw with Capcom doing the little Mega Man test for like college students, where
Yes.
they were like creating levels. Is that kind of this same framework? Because like it's got that lankier Mega Man and the more cartoony charge shot. Is that kind of what we were dealing with back then?
You absolutely are correct. Yes.
Man.
Yeah. They were still. I do have confirmation at that point. They were using the 11 model, but that was the groundwork for Dual Override.
Man, they've been hiding it in plain sight.
They have been hiding it. Yeah. A lot of the stuff has been hidden in plain sight. There has been little breadcrumbs leading up to this. But that's what I try to do with the blog, is report on everything that is relevant to something down. It may not be like relevant now, but it contributes to something that will be announced way later.
It's something that'll make you look back and say, "Oh, that's what he meant."
Right. He was
Stars
right.
above.
You know. Yeah.
I never doubted you.
No. Like the little things like the Shingo Izumi, like, you know, oh, his name showed up in the credits of Secret Level Mega Man, and people kind of like, so that doesn't mean anything. Who cares? Here we are, and the man has now 3 Mega Man things to his name as a producer.
Yep.
So, you know, the implication there being he is our new frontman, and that just continues to grow by the day.
Yeah, that stuff's exciting. You know, it's like world building, but the world is the real world. we're just building up all this knowledge. I think we're
just living in it.
It's super cool. I'm so glad we're here. This is gonna be a fun thing to talk about as we learn more, yes. And I hope to have you on many more times as we learn more and more, and just to keep the hype going, because I'm super excited.
Yeah. Our long 9-year wait is finally at an end.
Oh boy. I guess we are about done. You know, we talked about pretty much everything on the docket here. So Protodude, thank you so much for being on and clarifying some things, and you know, just keeping everything alive. You've been doing a lot of good stuff.
Thank you. That really means a lot. You know, there are some days where I forget how, you know, useful I am to people. But you know, that means a lot to hear. So, you know, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on again. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, I will have you anytime that you have time. We can get together and just have fun. You're so much fun to talk to.
Yeah, right on.
All right, buddy. I guess we're getting out of here, and everyone at home, thank you for watching. Let us know what you want to see in Dual Override and what you think so far. You know, we're going to be talking about this until the game comes out and probably afterwards. So
yeah, 2 years are going to go by fast.
Yes. So yeah, look forward to that, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
So long.